All right, we're ready to go. After a couple of minutes, the gentleman you saw before opens up the door. All right, they're good. They check out. Severia's willing to meet with them. All right, you guys can go in. Follow them.
Thanks.
You're led down a series of hallways to a room with a wooden door and the name Severio Blade on it. The door is swung open for you, and the guy motions for you to go inside. Severio will see you. Go on in.
All right.
Hi.
Severio is seated behind a very large desk. On it is strewn a number of papers. There's a little nameplate seated at the center of his desk, and he's got a rather large metal tankard on the desk next to him as he's scribbling away at something as you come in and greet him with your hello. You guys are here for the water?
Yep.
Well, hello to you too then. All right.
How you doing today?
I'm doing all right. I'd be better
You want
if
to
I
hear
had
a
water.
song?
What?
You want to hear a song?
Not particularly.
Okay.
We got things to deal with.
I know. I thought it just might be a nice treat for you.
You know what'd be a nice treat? Get
Water.
my water.
Yeah, I thought you might say that.
And you know who's keeping it from me?
Stonefist?
Exactly. I see you're a smart crew. So, here's the deal. You're gonna go to Stonefist, you're gonna tell him to give me my water. Then, you're gonna get the water here. Pretty straightforward, right?
Can you tell us a little background about what's been happening?
Sure, we had a deal with Stonefist. They were supposed to supply us with about 50 gallons of water every week.
How often?
Every week. Every cycle, sorry. He corrects his word from the word from your universe to the word from his universe. Supposed to get 50 gallons. Not a lot of water, just enough water to do what we need to do. But all of a sudden, they're making claims that their shipment keeps getting attacked and they keep losing people. Look, those stonefists, they're stone heads. No one's just gonna assault them. It's not gonna take some small group to knock them out. No matter how many Vinnies I sent at it, it wouldn't solve the problem. That's not gonna eliminate a stonefish shipment. They've got crews. You should see these guys. They are houses, every one of them. It would take at least 20 Vinnies to take these guys out. Now, I know that what they've realized is that, one, either we're too small potatoes for them, or two, they can get more money out of the water. And I'm betting it's the second one. I'll bet what they want to claim is it's too dangerous so they can try to rework our arrangement. We had a fair deal at 500 gold for 50 gallons. We're paying them a premium. They assure us this is premium water. We're not getting it downstream. We're getting it from the point.
Can I praise to see if what that sounds like a price that it should be?
Yes.
Or...
Let's see here. What'd you get?
It's a price.
So it sounds a little high for like regular for water you'd buy off the street that is from Stonefist, but you figure it could be plausible, like if it's coming straight from the source and it's not going down any sort of stream, that maybe the water is like more pure, or there's something like better about it. The further up the stream you get it, maybe it hasn't collected as much like dirt and other things. So I'm thinking they're trying to push us for 20 a gallon. And I bet you're gonna find that they're gonna give you some big story about this trip. but I bet it's all bullshit.
Where are they claiming their shipments are getting routed from?
So they're saying they're taking it up Stonefist. They're bringing it into our land. We got a direct road. We got one of those, side roads that everybody's all trying to move into. The main roads, they send shipments faster. It's nice, but the tolls, it's crazy. Like you touch a road that's connected to Dryad territory, and immediately they want money from you. Something about them having to keep up the land or something like that. Some beautification fee. I don't understand it.
So you don't have a road going directly from their land to your land?
No, we do now. That's why we set up the road. But on the trips, what Stonefist is claiming is that our people, that we've got a couple of innies that are popping out of the shadows and trying to take the water from them. They can't substantiate proof that we've taken a single one of them, though. And they can't show records of any lost shipments. The shipments always got here until they just stopped. You see what I'm saying, right? Seems kind of weird.
And how long ago did this start happening?
About 3 shipments ago. So...
About 3 cycles?
Yeah. Give or take. Taking notes over there?
Maybe.
You must be the smart one here.
Oh no, that's the lawyer. You gotta talk to the lawyer.
You guys have a lawyer? Hold up. You're a lawyer. He points to you, Zug.
I have knowledge of the law. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a lawyer.
That makes him more a lawyer than me.
You do a little side business?
I've been known to.
He slides you a sheet of paper. You want to go ahead and write down your bottle number on there? Your name?
Yeah, I'll give him my info.
Okay.
The accurate info.
Okay. He pops out a very, what looks like a whiskey bottle.
Become a mob lawyer.
and he writes with his finger on his bottle, and then there's a pop in your bottle.
Alright.
Now you got mine. We're square.
Sounds good.
I'll reach out to you if I got any questions. Maybe need a little bit of assistance. It's nice to ask a non-Vinny to take care of a problem, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Guys, got any other questions? I got a lot of work to do.
Ladies?
Yeah.
All right. Get out of my office then. Let me get back to work.
Could stand right outside the door and argue. I'm trying to make it a thing with all parties.
All right. Are you guys stepping out?
Yep.
Okay. So you head on out. The guy that was out there before, right outside the door, walks you guys out to the outside. They both give you a see you later.
Both their names Vinny.
You can call them Vinny. Vinny is basically their way of saying dude. It's a kind of a term of endearment since the founder of the house was Vinny the Blade.
Okay.
All right, you gonna go meet with Mr. Stonefist?
Yeah,
All right.
let's go.
So you guys head to the residence of Charles H. Stonefist. Charles's home is actually not far from the point in the wall where you can, from the point at the of the entrance of the curve of the caldera, where you can see the water trickling down, and around it is like a series of armed personnel, all with these like each of them is carrying a crossbow, and mounted on the walls is a crossbow that seems to or is a ballista that seems to move on its own, sort of pointing back and forth. There are a series of buildings that are also like strapped onto the side of the wall around where the water pours down. And you find Charles's home just a couple of blocks from that point. That would be, for those of you looking at the map, that would be right about here.
Oh, wow. We covered a lot of territory. I'm going to need a snack.
Yeah, you guys came from here to here.
Well, yeah, but first we came from Fame
up here,
Hands. Okay, where's the snacks?
To get snacks, you'd have to go back in a different direction. Or just hit up a general store in one of these territories. You want to hit up a blade store, or do you want to hit up a Stonefist store?
What's the difference?
Could be a lot. You don't know. You've never been in either.
Do any of you guys know?
You can give me a knowledge local if you want, and see if you might know from other people.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, so if you're looking for like junkie style food, like cheaper food, you're gonna find a lot of that in Blade. There's not gonna be a lot of like fruits or vegetables to snack on in a Blade shop. In Stonefist, you're gonna find a lot more high profile items. You're gonna find like fruits, vegetables, some meats, some other things that have been ported in from a variety of the other regions. And almost everything in House Blade has some sort of like alcohol in it. Not necessarily enough to get you drunk, but enough that you can you get a little taste of alcohol and everything. They use it kind of like Americans use sugar or corn syrup.
I say we eat in Stonefist.
Okay.
Okay. So any snacks you'd want in Stonefist cost a little extra. Stuff in Blade costs in the region of coppers. Stuff in Stonefist costs in the range of silvers.
Silver's paid in copper.
I mean, you can pay for it however you want. But yeah, you can spend a couple of silvers and buy any number of things that you might want. You want some examples of things to buy? I will post them. I will post a link to.
Which house was the place that had, like, alcohol in the food?
That is Blade.
Okay.
So in Blade, you can't find anything that costs less than a silver. I'm sorry, not in Blade. In Stonefist, you can't find anything that costs less than a silver. So if anything does cost less than a silver, round it up to a silver, and it will be a higher quality version of that thing.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I want to get some of this street meat that's normally 1 copper for 1 silver.
Okay, so basically what you're getting there is you're going to get stuff like sticks of displacer meat jerky, or you might get yourself like somebody who's cut a few strands of who's making like street tacos or something along those lines.
All right.
Whereas, like, if you were to buy the same thing over in Blade territory, you'd be getting like whatever random animals they could find, like rabbits or squirrels or some other like miscellaneous meat that they just managed to cobble together from what they found.
Do the fortune cookies actually have fortunes in them?
The fortune cookies do not have fortunes in them. They are
Damn.
in House Blade. They do have fortunes in them. In House Stonefist, they are not fortune cookies. They are regular cookies, but they are artisanal cookies.
Wait, what is this? Rumboozle? That is a hilarious name.
That's not a thing.
I want ice cream.
Sure. You can stop in. You'd have to stop off somewhere else, but you could find a place that has actual ice cream.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
I see yogurt. Can I get frozen yogurt instead?
You can get frozen yogurt instead.
Good, because we all know that I find ice cream absolutely disgusting,
Yep,
but I
you
love
do.
frozen yogurt.
That's disgusting. All right.
Spending another 10 coppers.
Yep. So you can spend a silver if you want to get some ice cream or froyo.
Okay. I'm getting some strawberry flavored ice cream.
Okay. And then you can finish your trip over to meet Charles. When you arrive, there is a gate around his home. His home is, compared to anything any of you have lived in, it is insanely large. It looks like somewhere between 5 and 20 people could easily live in this place, depending upon the amount of willing to live like in close proximity to each other they would be. There are 2 footmen at the gate, and they both silently look at you as you walk up to the gate.
Hi.
They nod. They nod.
Hey,
Oh.
a lot of nodding. They nod.
They nod.
Alright, I wait. So do we go in?
They shake their head no.
So they're not doing anything, they're just staring at us?
Yep.
I'm staring back. What do we roll for staring contest?
Intimidate.
That's the shooter.
I heard the there it is. My internet keeps like dropping crazy style. All right. Yeah. He looks like he shakes a little bit as you stare at him, and he blinks first.
All right.
It's because my lawyer's very intimidating.
Look, you guys want to move along. We're not supposed to talk unless you guys have specific things here to do.
Yeah, we're meeting with Charles about the water situation.
Why didn't you say so?
I did.
I didn't hear it.
They were staring at you. They were busy.
That's because Pax was talking and I interrupted her. She was taking too long.
One of the footmen turns, opens up the gate, and then heads back as the gate swings behind them.
All right, I'm heading in.
Nope. He steps in front of the gate as you try to do that.
All right.
Intimidate him again.
After a few moments, the footman comes back out. please follow me.
Yep, I do.
Yep. Following.
He leads you inside. They open up the door, and he instructs you to wait here in the foyer until Charles comes to see you. And he stands off to the side silently at that point. After a couple of minutes, Charles makes his way down a rather large staircase. So as you're standing inside, by the way, the interior of this is bigger than the entrance to the Fam Hands building. It's bigger than most restaurants you've been in, and it's organized to be like one giant flowing space with a number of like slight barriers at different points to separate out the purposes of each space. But you can see from any one point in the room to any other point in the room. And when you look up the stairs, it almost seems like there's anybody who knows anything about buildings knows that there should be pillars or something to keep the upstairs floor that he's coming down from in its place. But aside from the stairs, there's no other like structural reinforcements for the second floor. He makes his way to the bottom of the steps. You're who they sent for the water.
Yep.
I don't have faith that this is going to end well. No,
Why is that?
No offense to you, but you look like you're a fighting force. I was kind of hoping for investigators. You've got a spell pouch, you've got a bow, you've got that massive, what are you, a farmer? And I got what I guess are a musician and a cleric, is it?
Do you want a song?
I want this whole thing resolved so I can get back to more important dealings. Is this something that you feel you're really equipped for?
Well, what's your side of the story?
We've been making water shipments recently. Ma'am, I asked you to play music.
Isn't this a nice song? I just want to cheer you up a little bit.
No. Look, I'm not interested in music. I just want to get this over with. I've been sending shipments every cycle like promised. The last few that have gone out, the teams have gotten overwhelmed and they've pulled back. They're claiming 20 plus people are making an assault on the trips. We believe it's a coordinated attack. We believe that it's probably being done deliberately to try to make problems to renegotiate price. He probably thinks that if he bullies us, that we'll be more willing to change the agreement. Or maybe it's just too high for him in general and he wants to get a different supply of water from somewhere. We're not the only water vendor in town.
Who else is vending water?
Who isn't vending water in Stonefist?
Oh, you're saying you're not the only Stonefist supplier.
No, anyone who claims a plot in the right place has some ability to sell the water that they have access to. I happen to have one of the better positions, and I know you've probably looked up there and you've seen my defenses. I have the second best supply of water.
Where's the best position?
That would be the Mountaineers. They have access from the inside. They have their own special trickle-off stream that I still think wasn't there before. But they claim they had plenty of geologists go up there and prove its validity. I bet the geologist was in their pocket.
So you've had problem with the Mountaineers before?
Not problems. I just feel like it's a bit unfair. What I was selling was a premium product for people that wanted to have a more refined enjoyment of water. For those of us that understand the difference between water. They come along, they perform their little expedition, and all of a sudden, I have some competition. A group that's able to charge always just a little bit less than I can for the same supply of water. Well, the same.
So you're saying theirs isn't the same quality as yours?
I don't believe so. It goes through a different series of channels. The way that the geologists explained it is that over time, the water flowing caused bits of the rock to wear out in specific places, especially the way something about the geological structure was. I'm not a geologist, I don't really understand a lot of it. And it was in that I guess cracks started to form, and just enough of the cracks connected together that there's a trickle of the water that flows from mine. Now, honestly, we take special effort to make sure that as the water moves through the stones into our region, that water is specially collected and specially cleaned. I can't imagine that some water that runs through extra stones is going to give you the same quality, especially when you don't know what stones it's running across. I know for certain the stones that my water comes into contact with. Can they if it's just pouring through some cracks? No. But it doesn't matter because a geologist says it's in the same place-ish. It's even better, according to the geologist, because it's internal. Or at least that's their claim. I don't believe the geologist said better, but they claim better.
So you think the geologist might have been in their pocket? Like, have they done anything else that, you know, kind of would give them that sort of reputation?
I don't follow what geologists do. They have their own way of life.
Do you know the geologist's name?
I have his business card, and he reaches over and picks something up off the table and hands it over. There's only 3 that are allowed to operate in Stone Fist, and I don't like this guy. I've talked to him a number of times. He doesn't know his stonework very well, and that's what happens when you don't trust dwarves to do the job. Just a little human guy. He wouldn't know granite from marble.
So, of the 3 geologists that can operate here, is this one's the only human?
He is the only human. The other 2 are dwarves. They're the ones I trust far more. But of course, only one of them needs to be present to confirm the legality of what is occurring, to prove the geological mechanism that allowed them access to the water is legitimate in pouring it into their property without wrongdoing. It would be unlawful if they were to for example, drill a hole into the stone and cause water to pour out into their land. In fact, I would then have a claim to wherever the water touches. But if this was naturally occurring, nature, perfectly acceptable. The geologist claims that it is, then it is theirs.
Do you have another shipment going out to Blade?
We have suspended the shipment until we had a party that could investigate the issue deeper. This has caused quite a fuss. It's important to note that we would be in serious breach of contract if this were to fail, and we would owe them a substantial amount of equivalency if we cannot complete these deliveries. So any claims he might have that we're trying to renegotiate the water are unsubstantiated. We know he has plenty of other alcohols to vend. This is not the only one that he has, so we're not even cutting into his market share significant enough to disrupt his flow of business. We're not looking to vice him out and into a position where he can't continue to conduct business. We're just looking to get this solved. I want to get them the water. I want to continue to make my money.
How much water are you selling?
50 gallons.
How much?
500 gold.
Is that a fair price for what you're giving them?
He's actually getting a bit of a discount. Normally for my water I would charge him 20. But he and I had a long-standing relationship. We've had family that's gone quite a ways back. And so I figured it would be a fair deal to offer him 10. He didn't disagree.
No,
Right.
your numbers jive. Just curious.
All right. So what exactly was happening when you sent out the shipment? They were attacked.
Yes, according to the people in the delivery, 20 or so assailants had popped out from various buildings and rooftops and attempted to seize the cargo by force. Thankfully, my men were more than capable and were able to return with the shipment. However, some of the men didn't fare so well in the return. There were a few losses, but not a significant number, but enough that we didn't want to take the risk that maybe another attempt would happen further down the road.
Right. And so like it was just you guys who took losses, or your enemy took losses also?
Oh, they took substantial losses.
Okay.
It's a little expensive.
And what seemed to like indicate that they were from Blade to you?
I was in Blade territory.
Okay, so there wasn't any like clothing or anything like that, like signifying Blade.
I mean, they look like your standard poor ruffians. That would only be Blade. Either that or so. The only two places. you'd
Okay,
see
and
ruffians.
and I assume they didn't like have any like anything on them to that could be investigated.
We don't have access to their bodies. They were left behind. The instructions are
Okay.
under a significant attack to bring the cart back across the border as swiftly as possible, and we'll make a decision about whether we wish to progress or not.
Okay, I don't know. How long ago was it? Like, is it possible that the corpses might still be there?
Unlikely. Blade at least cleans up their corpses quite well.
Okay.
Your last shipment was 3 cycles ago, yes?
Roughly. Our last shipment, I thought it was 2. But maybe it has been 3, yes. I think so.
Okay. I don't got any more questions. Unless you do, Zug.
So the buildings on the road that they were attacked at, was that like some sort of town, or was it like something that they set up to attack from, or?
Just rooftops, from what I was told. Just houses and rooftops of buildings and whatever else.
So it was like a populated area?
Yes.
And like, are you able to show us exactly where it's at so we could like check it out?
I could reach out to some of my men and have them give you a rough location of where the incident would have occurred.
Okay. I think that's it for my questions then.
Fair enough. Then he reaches over and he picks up a sheet of paper and he writes some things down, rolls up the sheet of paper, picks up a candle that he has burning, tilts it a little bit onto a small platter. Fuck. Sorry, cat keeps trying to climb on my monitors. He dips the he pours a bit of the wax onto a small bowl, dips his ring into the wax, and then pushes the wax or pushes the ring onto the paper, and then hands it back to you guys.
All right.
This should get you to them. Head up the waterway. There's a little road that should trickle beside the stream. If you want to follow that road up, there should be stairs that take you to where you need to go.
To who?
If you take the paper up the sidewall to my business, you can hand the paperwork over to the overseer, and he should be able to get you in touch with whom you need to.
Careful.
She literally jumped up from the floor onto my monitor and was calling my monitor. The only thing I thought was, I'm going to lift her, and down this way she's going to go.
The monitor or the large cat toy?
The cat itself. I've never seen her do that before. I blocked
She's
off.
desperate for your attention.
No, she's desperate for your attention. I do not want to have the cat argument right now. I just want the cat to stop trying to get on top of my monitor. And I think this is where we're going to break for the night, because I can't take more of this cat, and I think you have a good enough lead that we can follow up more next time.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, we got at least like two or three separate things to look at.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, easily.
All right.
Righty.
What do we get for XP?
Okay, so what we're gonna do here is what we did last time. First of all, I think that all of you did a good job with progress on this. So 50 experience right out of the gate for everybody. So 100 XP to Harcourt for the bow idea, reaching into the book and getting out a bow specifically. 75 XP to you, Zug, for identifying the details of the weapon and some of the suggestions you had. 75 as well to you, Pax, for the idea to bring the bow to Dryad territory. Galfine, you're not going to get much experience this time, but next time there's a bunch of stuff that's going to die, I'm quite certain, if the party plays their cards right or plays their cards wrong. In the meantime, you'll get 25 XP. And for the session we had yesterday, you'll get a bonus 200 XP. The rest of your experience will come when this mission is complete, aside from this side experience here and there.
All right.
So yeah, we are on as usual for next week that I know of, right? Nobody is gonna be unable to make it.
I don't know if I'll be here because I'll be in Virginia, so I don't know what's going to be happening.
Okay. For some reason I thought you were coming back.
I come back on Monday.
Okay. Okay, so I guess just let me know.
Yep.
And I will let everybody else know by proxy, or you can let everybody know in here.
Cool. Yeah, and I'll be the same as always. Probably late, but maybe they'll cut me an hour early from work like last week.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
It was real busy today though, so I knew it wasn't gonna happen today.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
I will see you guys next week,
Bye.
hopefully.
Yep. See you guys next.
Later.